right, Patriots. Of all the videos I do, this might be one of the most significant I have ever recorded. You know, it's catches a catch Ken out there, and today it caught a big one. Border Patrol agent San Diego, 13 years. And what he's going to lay on us should scare you to death. There's a few things here I didn't know. And that's, again, it's the streets, so we haven't got any filters here. I don't have an editor or a sponsor that says, oh, you can't say that. Well, this is candid conversations with people that get their boots on the ground, literally. And this man has been protecting us, and he's in the hottest spot on the border. When you're going to get a first-hand account. I don't know what else to say, but, the things that you're going to hear are going to, scare you. And you're going to wonder, there's a couple of things in here that'll come up. I question, where's Trump? Well, why isn't he just putting the military on the border? I don't know. I didn't get an answer in this one from the Border Patrol agent, because he probably doesn't have any more of an answer than I do of why Trump isn't simply putting the military on the border. Who's going to stop him? He's in charge of the border. He's in charge of the military. They try to stop him. What are they going to stop him with? A judge? Screw the judges. To hell with the judges. Have the military walk in and arrest the damn judges. This is our country we're talking about. So, this is an extremely important video. You want to share this one. You want to send it to your congressman. Send it to everybody. Anybody that cares about this country. I can only do this with your help. Seriously. It's you that keeps me out there. So I need you to go get some of my designs. I need you to go ahead and get to my PayPal account and contribute. I need you to become a patron. Otherwise, this stops. This information stops. And that's what you want. It's not what I want. I'm going to fight this one way or the other all the way through, but, it'd sure be nice if I had you at my back. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button again, hit the share, and share. Go to all your platforms. Email this damn thing out to everybody you know, because it's that important. And then pray for me. And then pray for this country. Let's get to this video. God bless you. See you on the streets. Where are you guys from?
San Diego.
I won't hold that against you.
I know. I've been trying to get out for the past 12, 13 years.
Have you? What do you do there?
Border Patrol.
Hello. Hello. Tip of the hat to you, sir. How long you been doing that?
About close to 13 years. That's why I've been trying to get out of San Diego. It's the worst place to be.
I know. Tell me what's going on down there.
It's about 2 to 3 times worse than here. Like the news, the only ones, the right side, they're reporting on it accurately, but the left is not reporting on it at all. So you don't really see the magnitude of what's happening. It's really bad. It's really bad. That's why I'm here. I need a vacation. And I was like,
oh, of course.
It's bad. It's really bad.
What improvements have you seen? Things have obviously gotten worse, but has there any improvements? What would be your solution? What's needed?
There's nothing as far as infrastructure that we can do that will fix it. It's the policy. It's a policy, and that right now what they're doing, they're exploiting a loophole in which we are not allowed to hold families longer than 21 days, and they're crossing by the thousands. So there's no way, we don't have the space for it, and they know that. So all these smugglers from Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, what they're doing is they're actually the ones paying for all this transport and pushing just thousands of people to overwhelm the system, because they know after 21 days they get released into the streets with a court date to which 90% are not showing up, and they know that. So they'll claim asylum, go through the whole thing. Once they get released, you don't see them again, and that's what they're doing. That's what we need to change. Those policies, those loopholes. And once we do that, then we can actually do it, because then we can actually prosecute people, use the space that we have now to go through the action group. But right now it's just bad. This is thousands. And I'm talking about thousands, not hundreds, not dozens, thousands after thousands. We catch little kids with phone numbers on their shoes. That's what they do. They'll drop off a kid with a phone number on their shoe, knowing that we have to grab them, and we have to figure out, okay, how we get this kid back to his family. Because the family don't want to go back south because they're already here illegally. So instead of go get the kid, and it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's like the border cities are very overwhelmed, and I'm hoping that Trump actually follows through with that promise of starting, instead of dropping them off in the border cities, drop them off in blue states. Just so old people that say, oh yeah, please give them to us.
Let them feel the pain.
Yes.
Let them feel the pain.
Oh my God, it's bad. I mean, even the very first one, the first public assistance that we anticipated was going to be hurting, and it already is, housing. Housing's already ringing the bell. It's like, sorry, we can't. So that's another thing he needs to close that loophole. Just not allow them
Even Bernie Sanders said make 10 cities along the border and stuff. Which is like, come on, stop them from coming over would be the thing,
It's really bad.
Yeah, so you're pretty much ringing with everybody else. I've talked to other agents, and it is indeed, the policy. I talked to a couple of customs undercover customs agents who work the border a lot, and they said, and I asked them, why is the border still open? And what he says, because there's a lot of politicians that are in league with the cartels, with the drug cartels, so they're making too much money to close the borders. And then you got the child trafficking on top of that.
The problem that I'm personally having right now, in the unit that I have part of, my job is to go after the smugglers.
Oh,
Not the little
God.
guys, go after them. This is the problem we're having, because our system is so overwhelmed with space, the lack of space. We actually have to let a lot of the smugglers that we catch red-handed, we have to let them go, because we just don't have the space to hold them. And they know that. So I think I've caught the same smuggler about six times in the past month. In the past month. It's bad. You don't see that, you don't hear it, and it's happening every day.
Now we've heard about some of the citizen militias that are down there doing things. Are they in hindrance? Are they helping you? What's happening with them? I mean,
that's the problem. We're in California.
Yes.
California it's bad. It's bad. It's like we have to do our job at the same time, watch our back.
Oh God, yes.
It's bad.
I know. One other agent I talked to, was his dad, and he says his son just quit. Well, he transferred. He says, I had enough down there. He was working for me. He says, I've had enough. Like he was a veteran, and he transferred to New York. He says, I couldn't do it anymore. And then he talked to me about the disrespect that a lot of you guys are getting, having to go through, which to me is like, what? You're trying to protect our country. Do you get the same thing where people won't serve you in restaurants, or or refusing service, or what kind of disrespect are you getting from them?
Well, a lot of people, it's just they won't even let us do our job. Like, for example, we have the checkpoints. We don't have that many. We only have 3, at least in the San Diego area. Only 3. That's it. It's not too intrusive. It's not in the inner cities. It's all on the border, and even citizens will just give us a hard time. Just all you have to say is, we ask you, are you a U.S. citizen? All you have to say is yes. That's it. And they won't even do that. They just keep the window up, just make a big fuss about it, and then record you, so then it can be by 5 o'clock on CNN. Like,
right, yeah.
It's
your
insane.
Facebook, yeah.
It's insane.
God bless you, sir. I mean, a tip of the hat. God bless you. God bless you. I mean, I know it's.
Came from the military, so.
Oh Lord, I can't tell you how much I feel for this thing, for what you guys are going through. Oh man, well, there's only so much you can take.
And it's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
It's gonna get worse because at least for our agency, the mandatory retirement age is once you hit 57, you have to retire. There's no ifs or buts about it. In the next 3 years,
wants to go in?
We have about 3,000 agents that are hitting that age.
And who wants to go into that? Who wants to go and take that kind of abuse?
Yep.
So we're having a hard
So
time.
we got to fix it way before then.
We have a hard time hiring right now. It's a real hard time hiring.
It's going to become a crisis point, I think, where, it's going to be breaking point. Where I think, something, it's got to be done. What about the military going on
We
there?
have just a few, some helping us, but at least in California, and I believe the others, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, they're in the same boat. They're not allowing us to use them in a active role per se, like actually apprehending anything. It's all supporting roles, operating the scopes, just transporting goods. That's it. That's all they can do. They cannot actually take an active role of enforcement at the border. And we only have a very few.
See, who's stopping that? Because I'm looking at it now. I'm wondering
It's
about.
all Congress.
But Trump's is in charge of the military and the borders.
Yeah. It's just, I guess they're saying that if they take an active role, then that's it, as if the country was at war, which it's
Well,
not.
we are being invaded.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He tried to declare a state of emergency, and then the left is like, no.
And what of the Mexican soldiers? Even Trump.
Oh yeah, we heard about that.
That came on our side of the border and disarmed our soldiers.
You know what? And those kids, if they wanted to, could have just blast away and be fine. They decided to de-escalate by doing that, which, to each its own. I would have never given my weapons, but by doing that, they avoided a bigger issue, because the left would have taken that and just they would have ran to it until the next election. But so it's that actually happens very often, because there's a lot of the areas that don't have a fence. There's a lot of border that don't have a fence. Specific area where I work, about 50% is fenced, 50% is wide open. So that's where we assign our agents, because it's literally not, it's a barbed wire, a barbed wire. So it's
I've had ranchers show me where they get tired of them cutting through the fences. They just put ladders so they
Yes. Yeah. And even that is just, like I said, about 2 to 3 times worse than what you see.
How about other than how many percentage-wise, Orientals or Arabs or Muslims are you getting?
We have the biggest percentage right now. It's from what they call the Central American Triangle.
right.
That's the biggest percentage. But we get from everywhere. We have a really big percentage of Indians, a big percent of Chinese, some Pakistanis, some Iranis. We're getting a lot of Cubans now. So what they're doing, the Cubans now, instead of going to Florida, how they used to, they're also exploiting the same loophole. So they're going to Central America and then coming with all these caravans. So we're starting to see a lot of Cubans now in California, in Mexico, and Texas. We're like, where the hell are these Cubans coming from? Like, I thought they were going to Florida. It's a mess. It's a serious mess. And Healthcare.
Oh, it's another thing.
It's every single day. People getting flying out. People getting taken to the hospital, even for a cup.
Oh yeah.
I'll take my daughter to the hospital. And the doctor be like, no. Like if she has a 103 fever, then bring her. But no, we have to take them. Otherwise, lawsuits. California is a land of lawsuits.
Yep.
So I'm talking about millions of dollars that are spent on hospital care, to which not 1 cent is paid by any of these people. They don't pay anything. They're not required to pay absolutely anything. Yet we have to pay.
Yeah.
What happens when California goes broke? Because eventually you're going to go broke on this. Then what happens?
I don't know.
Then they can't take them in. You're going to have to refuse them. But then nobody will be there.
All they'll do is once they go broke, they'll declare bankruptcy and start all over again. It's bad. It's really bad.
He hates it so bad.
Oh,
he's like, I'm ready to go.
It's so bad. It's like you bust your butt every single day, and not 1 cent of appreciation by it.
Yeah.
You know, because I think that helps. It does. I used to be in the military before I did this, and the support from the American people, it helps. It really does. But in California, you don't get that.
Insane. Again,
Get that.
you're protecting our country for
Yeah.
crying out loud.
Yeah, but they
You're
don't see that. They don't see that. They see, oh, this is racist. That's all they see. But they don't get it. Like,
That's another thing. If you disagree in any way,
You're
doesn't
racist.
matter.
Yeah,
You are
you're
labeled a
racist.
racist.
Oh, tell me,
Doesn't matter what
you
you-
don't think I get into this little cesspool with
we're
this
from Puerto
outfit?
Rico.
Yeah, I'm saying, you're racist, right? I mean, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you say. If
Yeah.
you disagree with anything,
you're
you're
racist.
racist.
I mean, they were calling Candace Owens a white nationalist.
oh yeah,
Come on, get out of here.
yeah. I love her. I love him.
I know. I think they're shooting themselves in the foot. I think things like this, he's like, because
Yeah.
it's becoming so obvious that these are just rapacious.
Oh yeah.
These policies are working. They're going to destroy everything. And it's like when Trump said, "Yeah, let's bust them all there." It'll overflow the system.
And you know what's the biggest thing they're fighting for right now? In California, at the very least, the biggest thing they're fighting for, the left, it's no identification to vote. Come on, you have to be able to put 1 and 2 together. They are allowing this to happen, and then the biggest thing they're pushing for is allow these people to vote. Bernie Sanders was another one too, pushing for that.
Yeah,
Felons, yeah.
Come on, how is that not obvious what they're doing here?
yeah. More votes for that?
It's bad. It's bad.
Can't we just let California succeed? I mean,
You know what?
build the wall against
I know, right? There you go.
You know what? Part of me agrees with that. Part of me, no.
Yeah,
You know what? No.
I know.
We're not gonna give you an inch.
I know.
Because if we give you that, then you're gonna take the next one. And if we give you,
Well, the whole Raza thing,
How do you push back?
which is a whole other race. They call us racist.
Yeah.
The Raza, the race.
Yeah.
Nothing for them and everything for us, right?
Yeah.
Like that ain't right. Oh,
Yeah. It's crazy.
it is.
I hope he wins again.
it's
That's
really
all I.
bad. Oh, and that's like at least myself, my coworkers, every other week we're sick. Every other week, because all of these people coming in, they're not vaccinated.
Right.
Here, there's some people that don't want to get vaccinated. I get it, it's fine. But most people, they go through healthcare, they get vaccinated. Most of these countries are coming.
yes, right.
No. So every other week we're freaking sick because we're exposed to something new. We're
Well,
like,
back in the day when we actually had an immigration system, Ellis Island could quarantine for, 30 days. You wouldn't, if any looked like there was anything wrong with you at all, it was like, you're in quarantine. And I'd say you're probably only, what percentage are you catching actually, would you say?
catching
Yeah.
5 to 10%, I would say.
Oh, do you see? So in other words, 90%, you don't even know what the hell is, they could be coming in with leprosy for crying out loud. We have no idea. So.
And the thing is, a lot of times when they show up, if they don't have symptoms, they get released so fast into the streets that we'll never know what they have.
I think then this is all going to, again, explode because once they do, it's like
yeah.
little time bombs. They're like little time bombs.
You're going to start seeing little outbreaks here and there, and you're going to be wondering, people are going to be what the hell happened? That's what
Which it brings in the medical tyranny. In other words, there's a lot of other things I think about that, when the powers that be are using this to bring it. You ever hear of Cloward and Piven? Right. there were two political scientists in '64, and they asked, how do you bring down Western civilization? He says, well, you can't do it through wars because, you know, they're too powerful and wars are messy. So they devised this. If you're going to bring down Western civilization, what you do is you start little brush fire wars all over the place, and you create a lot of refugees. And then you play on the guilt of the host companies that started these wars, you know, the ones that put the weapons down there. And make the population feel guilty and open up your borders and allow all these people to flood in. You overwhelm the welfare system and you bring these countries down from the inside. And one of the other things they said is, like, you know, when you bring these people in, another way to bring in the medical tyranny is to have the, you know, these pandemics and epidemics start by them bringing in these diseases, so then the government can come in and clamp down and say, you know, all right, everybody, you know, everybody line up and get into the, you know, get into the stadiums and boom, 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 and it'd be like Roach Motels. You walk in, but you don't walk out. So, God, Jesus, salute to you, sir, and you, ma'am. And I got here. Let me. Here's some get out of jail free cards. I want you to pass them out to your friends from Hillary Clinton.
Let's get off your bite test.
Sorry.
They're good for any crime in the world.
You know what? Mind if I take a few of these?
I want to take them all. I want you to take all of them.
For my coworkers.
Yes, that's why I want you to hand them out. Give them out to your friends. And give them to you.
I don't love this.
Yeah. Yeah, because
I was actually, you know what, looking at these. They'll love these too.
Oh, thank
How much are these,
you.
by the way?
For you, nothing. No, for you, nothing. I'm sorry. You're already doing too much. I'd be honored to give you whatever you want.
You know what? If you don't mind, really like this one.
Absolutely. Take a look at the other side. I got more over there, too.
Yeah. Got your page?
BadassUncleSam.com. Yeah, that's my website. My YouTube channel's on the back of the card. I believe me, if you just Google Badass Uncle Sam, you'll find me.
I appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate it again. Tip of the hat to you. Thank you very much. God bless you.
So I wasn't lying with this one, was I? Arguably one of the most important videos I've ever made. Please share it, get it out there, email it to everybody you know. It's that important. Hit that like button, hit the bell button, hit the subscribe button, and please support me. Become a Patreon and you're going to get one of my designs. And then pray for me. God bless you. See you on the streets.